I hope everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me, please? I would love you to give me your reactions, right? If you can hear me, okay. So I want to get your reactions. Give me your thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Exactly, Broderick. Okay, very good. How are you guys doing today? Broderick, how do you do? I cite you. Rashid, that's interesting. Bridget, that is very amazing. Okay. Akatuba, that is amazing. So Abiodun, nice one. Shema Daniel, you're welcome. So just to confirm if you can hear me, okay, give me your reactions and also put in the chat box how you are doing today. Put in the chat box how you are doing today. Are you doing great? I'm going to put mine in the chat box too. Okay. I'm going to put mine in the chat box. So I want everybody to use the chat box, right? How are you doing today? 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 As for me, I am doing very well. As you can see, emphasis on my very. I am doing very well. Hope you are doing very well as well. Hope you are doing very well as well. Okay, so how many of us are excited to be here? I'm super excited to be here because today we are going to be working on an amazing project. All right, we are going to be working on an amazing project. Okay, and there is something I would want you to actually, a couple of things I would want you to do for me before we begin the session proper. Okay, the very first one of them is, I need you to pay attention to me from start to finish. Okay, from start to finish. All right, from start to finish. I need you to pay close attention to me from start to finish because everything I am going to be saying, everything I'll be talking about, okay, is absolutely spot on. Okay, it's absolutely spot on. All right, that is one. Two is I need you guys to fill the attendance form, okay, that will be dropping in the chat box. Okay, attendance form will be dropping in the chat box. I need you guys to fill the attendance form, okay, as we go on. Now, what are the benefits of filling the attendance form? You can see I just dropped that in the chat box. Okay, yeah, Tolu Lokwe also dropped it in the chat box. Still the same form, right? So please ensure you fill the attendance form. And what exactly is the importance, or what are the benefits of filling the attendance form? Okay, so the very first one is you will get all the materials that are being used in this session. Okay, from my slide, all right, to a minute, please, just a minute, please. All right, I hope you can still hear me. So as I was saying, you're going to get from my slide, to the data set I'm going to be using to the recorded video, all right, recorded session rather, okay, recorded session for this meeting. You will also be getting it. So you'll be getting everything, everything, if you fill out this attendance form. Okay, if you fill out this attendance form. So if you have filled the attendance form, I would want you to give me your thumbs up. Just fill the attendance form so that we can now fully concentrate in the session. Okay, so we can now fully concentrate in the session. All right, so give me your thumbs up if you have been able to fill the attendance form. All right, so I'm going to put that in the chat box again. Fill the attendance form and we can go on. Okay, fill the attendance form and we can go on. You can see it in the chat box. Now I'm going to share my screen and we are going to get into it. Yeah, who can tell us why we are here? Why are we here? Why exactly are we here? Why exactly, guys? Why exactly are we here? Why exactly are we here? Okay, why exactly are we here? Why exactly are we here? Yes, who wants to tell us why we are here? Why are we here? Why are we here, guys? Who wants to tell us why we are here? Okay, the reason why we are here is because we want to build an amazing project. All right. The exact reason why we are here is because we want to build an amazing project under 10 minutes. Yes, under 10 minutes. We will be building a project together. Okay, so if you have a friend who is supposed to be here and is not here, all right, I need you to quickly reach out to the person. Okay, if you need to repost this meeting link, please post it because you do not want to be the only one to benefit from this amazing session. Yeah, you do not want to be the only one to benefit from this amazing session. Okay, so the reason why we are here is to look into an amazing project, which is predicting employee attrition, okay, with AI in 10 minutes, guys. In 10 minutes, we are going to be working on a project, okay, which is we will be predicting employee attrition in 10 minutes. Now, that means that we are going to be analyzing and visualizing and also making predictions, okay, under 10 minutes. Guys, I think I need a round of applause. How is that possible? It's always seem it is not possible until you get it done, guys. It's always seem impossible. It's always seem impossible until you get it done. So, how many of us are ready to get into the projects? All right, but of course, there is one or two things I need to mention. Some of you will be like, "Oh, who is this guy? Okay, what organization is this?" All right, this is Analytics Business. Analytics Business is a leading e-platform designed to help organizations across the world empower their teams, okay, with a wide array of professional development across AI, data, HR, all right, software development, etc. Okay, so with access to top-notch quality courses, okay, I have been able to train series of individuals in this program, and trust me, they are one of those that are actually standing out in the world today, and that is exactly what the analytics business do. Okay, that is exactly what analytics business do. So who is this guy right in front of you? This is Pius. All right, this is Pius. Okay, of course I am a data analyst and expert precisely, okay, with over half a decade years of experience when it comes to data and AI. All right, I have been able to help hundreds of people transition into tech smoothly. All right, and I've been able to train in recognized body when it comes to training institution. As you can see, the NBCC, the NIT, the the NECA body and the likes. All right, so this is Pius. And currently, I am a senior data associate here at Analytics Business. Here at Analytics Business. Okay, so yeah, let's go into the major work of today. So now, tonight, there are three things I want you to know. Okay, there are three things I want you to know. All right, there are three things you should be able to do to know. Okay, one of them is you will be able to choose at least a career path, okay, that is springing up fast. Now, I've been able to answer questions like, there are some frequent, asked questions, okay, when this comes to, oh, what is data? Oh, is AI going to replace my job? Oh, what's the benefits of AI in this, in the world today? All right. Oh, how do I survive without AI? Oh, how do I even survive with AI? Oh, do I need to learn AI? All right. So all of these questions are what I am going to be dealing with. Okay, all of these questions are what I am going to be dealing with. Okay, all I need you to do is to pay attention to me. So At the end of this session, you should be able to say, oh, do I want to settle for an AI career, course or career path, basically, or I do not. And of course, you'll be left with no option than to say, oh, I love AI, sincerely, because we are ready to see what AI can do. We are ready to see the amazing job AI can do. AI can do. Okay, so that is one. You should be able to choose one career path. Two is we are going to be working on an exciting AI project, and three is we will also be able to position ourselves for success in the AI job markets. Yes, in the AI job markets. How many of us are ready to build a project today? Are you ready to build a project with me? Are you ready to build a project with me? Are you ready to build a project with me? And what exactly is the project? We want to predict employee attrition. Okay. We want to predict employee attrition. All right. We want to predict employee attrition under 10 minutes. Guys, under 10 minutes. You can check the time for me. I will tell you when to start, your stopwatch. All right. I will tell you when to start your stopwatch. All right. When we get into the project, precisely, I will tell you start your stopwatch. And we are going to get this done under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes. Okay. So let's go into the work for today. Okay. But before we go into the work, please, I need you to ensure that you get the attendance form filled. Okay, please. I know sometimes network could be, a very, very challenging factor, all right, for you. Okay, so that you do not miss any part of this session. Just fill the attendance form, and in that way, you have been able to slot yourself into those, all right, or among those that will be getting the recording for this session. So you can see to Lockwood just drop the attendance form, okay, in the chat box. Please, I need you to pick it up and also fill the form. All right. I need you to also fill the form. All right. Pick it up and also fill the form. Okay. So now, do you know that in the world today, okay, in the world today, all right, the job market is no longer rewarding efforts. It's no longer rewarding how much Python code you know. Do you know that? Guys, do you know that? It's no longer rewarding how much your technical or critical thinking skill is. Yes, that is not what the job market is rewarding. Not anymore these days. Okay. And what exactly is the job market rewarding? The job market is rewarding your ability to leverage what you have. Yes, what you have at your fingertip. What you have at your fingertip is what the job market is rewarding today. Not how many certificates you have been able to gather. Okay, not not how many projects, all right, how many Python codes you have been able to to write. That is not what the job market is rewarding today. So what exactly is the job market rewarding today? What exactly is the job market rewarding today? What the job market is rewarding today is simple. It's just how you can leverage what you have at your fingertip. How you can leverage what you have at your fingertip. And what is that thing that you have at your fingertip that you can easily work on and you'll be able to get maximum results? Results that is trusted, results that is true. That thing is what we call AI. Guys, if you are here, I need you to put something for me in the chat box. And what exactly is that thing I need you to put? What I need you to put is AI. Okay? What I need you to put is AI. AI. Just put AI in the chat box. Yes. Just put AI in the chat box. Interesting, Broderick's. Just put AI in the chat box. Yes, that AI is an amazing tool that you have, that you are yet to discover, that you can use, okay, to change the world for yourself. Yes, for yourself. Okay, now let's see how it is possible. Let's see how it is possible. All of these are articles regarding AI. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat box, guys. I'm loving your energy. Okay, These are articles regarding AI. Okay, when Meta is saying, oh, they are also going to downgrade any worker that does not have any skill in AI. Okay, that means if Meta is going to downgrade whoever does not have AI skill, okay, then who are you not to learn AI skill? It really does not make sense. If you are in this world today and you don't even know about AI, not saying, rather than you cannot, you are saying that, oh, you are scared of AI, or you are saying AI is actually difficult, or you are saying AI is something you want to do tomorrow and not today. Because even gradually the world is moving from AI, I mean from generative AI. The world is moving from generative AI into agentic AI. So you do not want to be left in the past. Guys, am I making sense at all? Am I making sense at all? Am I making sense at all? So the world is gradually moving from generative AI, okay, and you are here being scared of AI, okay. And the interesting truth is, irrespective of what you do, okay, AI cuts it for you, okay. Irrespective of what you do, AI cuts it for you, okay. You can also see, the article around everyone thinks AI will kill jobs. Of course, okay, AI will not kill your job. It will only make your job easier, faster, better, trusted, and even efficient. Okay, so all of these are stories. All of these are stories. You can read it when you get, when you get to fill the form and you get this material that, that will be sent to you when you fill the form, when you fill the attendance form, when you fill the attendance form. All right, but then I want us to build something together. Okay, I want us to build something together. Of course, that is exactly why we are here. Okay, that is exactly why we are here. All right, that is exactly why we are here. Okay, so can we build something together? Can we build something together? Can we go on to build something together? Can we go on to build something together? The reason why we are here is simple, right? Which is we want to actually make predictions, okay? We want to predict employee attrition. All right, employee attrition. Employee attrition. What exactly do we even call attrition? Can somebody put in the chat box? What do we call attrition? What do we call attrition? What do we call attrition? Yes. What do we call attrition? Somebody wants to help me with what we call attrition. Okay? Yes. What do we call attrition? Yes. What do we call attrition? So I want to check the chat box. I'm sure somebody should put that in the chat box, right? So attrition is actually when an employee, okay, leaves. Yes, when an employee leaves an organization. All right. When an employee leaves an organization, that is what we call attrition. And who manages, data of employee that leaves an organization? That is an HR, right? So for today, we all are going to be assuming a role. What is that role? We are going to be assuming the role of exactly rates at which employee leaves an organization. Thank you so much, Broderick. Okay, rates at which an employee leaves an organization. So we are all going to be assuming a role. And what exactly is that role? What exactly is that role? The role is, okay, the role is we are going to be HR analysts. Yes, we are going to be HR professionals, HR analysts. That is the role we are going to be assuming today. Okay, then we have an interesting case study right in front of us here. Okay, I'm going to read the case study for us. Okay, I'm going to read the case study for us, but I need us to pay attention. I mean, close attention. Close attention. Now, you have been hired as a data analyst at Beyond Limits HR Consulting, a firm that provides workforce analytics solution to mid, to mid to large organization. Okay, one of your clients, a fast-growing tech company, has been experiencing high employee turnover, especially in key departments like sales and IT. Okay, especially in key departments like sales and IT. This has led to one, increased hiring costs. Okay, because of course, when employees leave, you will always have to recruit. Okay, so the cost of hiring is now getting extreme and alarming, guys. It is now getting extreme and alarming. Okay, two is loss of experienced talent. Okay, three is reduced team productivity. When an employee is, getting to bond with others, okay, then the employee leaves. All right, that means it will take more time for the team to actually get bonded again and produce. Okay, and produce at the peak. So these are the problems that Beyond Limits is facing. Okay, high employee turnover. High employee turnover. Okay, now the HR leadership wants to understand why employees are leaving. That is one. Two is identify employees at risks of attrition. Three is build a data driven strategy to improve retention. Okay, and four is they have provided you with historical employee data for you to help Beyond Limits make informed decision and help them to look into their attrition rate, how it can be drastically reduced. Okay, so guys, are we ready to work on this project together? Are we ready to work on this project together? Okay, are we ready to work on this project together? All right. Now, I have series of tools I can use to work on this project. Okay, I have series of tools I personally can use to work on this project. Okay, I can use Python to work on this project. I can use SQL to work on this project. Okay, I can use different tools. Now, some of these tools I said I can use, okay, will take me a couple of hours to use them, guys. It will take me a couple of hours, okay, to use them from setting up to the point of getting my result. It will take a couple of hours, and we want to do this under 10 minutes. Excel, if you have any questions, you can just put that in the chat box. I can see your hand is up. Okay, so now let us go into it. Let us go into it. Let us go into it, guys. Let us go into it. Okay, can everybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. Can you hear me, guys? Seems like my network is not too friendly. All right, cool, Rashidat. Thank you. So now I'm going to open up a tool, an AI tool precisely, that will help us to achieve this under 10 minutes. That would help us to achieve this under 10 minutes. Okay, so I need you to follow me closely. I'm going to go to my browser. Okay, I'm going to go to my browser. All right, I'm going to go to my browser, and I will be using a tool that is called Quadratic. Yes, Quadratic. I have series of AI tools, okay, that I can actually use to achieve this project. All right. At the point, when I was given this topic, it was actually very, very interesting because I was like, oh, given this topic, what tool can I use, to disseminate the information properly? Okay. What tool can I use, that people can easily relate to it and it doesn't require too much. I mean, you don't have to stress yourself before you understand the project and before you even get the results. Just like I said, I have a couple of tools. Then I was able to think and sit down with just one. Okay, not because the rest are not amazing, okay, but because these actually, will cut what exactly I want to achieve. All right, I have so many of them. I have bricks, I have bricks, I have Zebra, okay, I have Python, I have, Python plus Gemini. I have so many of them. But I was able to sit down and say, oh, let's deal with quadratic. Let's play with quadratic. Okay, so guys, let us play with quadratic together. Quadratic is an amazing tool. I know when you hear the word quadratic, you remember that quadratic, formula in school then. Okay, how many of us remembers that? If you remember that, give me your thumbs up. Yeah, exactly. Okay, it is not that this does not require any formula. It doesn't require any function. It doesn't require any code. Okay, just visit the site, upload your data, give your detailed prompts, okay, and use it. All right, and it makes absolute sense. Now, I'm going to visit Google. Let's pass through Google. Google.com. Google.com. Okay, Google.com. Please, I need you to fill the attendance form so you do not miss out on anything here. Okay, please ensure to fill the attendance form so you do not miss out on anything. So you do not miss out on anything. All right, cool. So now here I am going to pass in the tool I am looking for from Google. Okay, I want to go through Google so that you all can see what I'm doing and it can relate properly. You can relate properly. Okay, so I'm going to search for quadratic AI, quadratic. All right, quadratic AI. Okay, quadratic AI. And this is the guy I'm talking about. This is the guy I'm talking about. This exactly is the guy I am talking about. Quadratic AI is an amazing tool, an amazing spreadsheet. I mean AI spreadsheet, okay, where you can do all sort of data analysis, predictions, and even other interesting tools. Okay, other interesting things. I mean, okay, you can build a chart, you can build a dashboard, okay, with this same quadratic, right, with this same quadratic, and you can share. In fact, you can even export your data or your project as a file. I mean, as either a CSV or an Excel file. It makes absolute sense. Okay, so here is the guy, quadratichq.com. quadratichq.com. So I'm going to click on this very first guy, www.quadratichq.com. Okay. So please, if you are just coming in, I need you to make sure you fill the form. Okay. So that you can get the recording to this session. I know network is dealing with some of us. All right. And also you get this my material. I mean the material I am using here. You would also have access to it if you fill the form that is dropped in the chat box. Okay. If you fill the form that is dropped in the chat box, please. Okay. Ensure to fill it so that you can get the recording. You can also get the material that I'm using, and also you'll be able to work on the project with me, which means you will also have access to the data set. Okay, so here I am going to click on get started. Okay, get started, because I would love to sign up. Get started, get started. Okay, get started. All right, get started. Okay, get started. Now, this is quadratic coming up for us to use. This is quadratic coming up for us to use. Just some minutes, and I am sure quadratic will be readily available for us. Okay, this is network. Just a minute. Just a minute. Network dealing with me there. Just a minute. I'm sure I'll go past this person. Okay, so my quadratic is coming up. Quadratic is coming up, guys. All right, cool. So this is asking me to actually sign in. Okay, I mean sign up rather. All right, so I'm just going to connect to my Google. I'm going to connect to Google. I'm going to connect to Google. Okay, so it can easily synchronize with my Google account. And here I'm going to pick my Google account. Okay, and I will continue. All right, and I will continue. Okay, and just like that, I have been able to sign up for quadratic. Just like that, I have been able to sign up for quadratic. How many of us are with me? Are we with me? Are we all with me? Guys, are we all with me? Are we all with me? Are we all with me? Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me, please? All right, cool. Project. That is amazing. Okay. So now, excuse me. All right, amazing, amazing, guys, amazing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill this survey form. I pick anything I want, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to fill this survey form and I will skip, so I can have this, quadratic interface, and we can now bring in our data set. Excuse me. Okay, so this is coming up. This is coming up. This is coming up. Now I need to download my data sets. I mean the data sets that Beyond Limit has provided for us. Okay, here is the data set Beyond Limit has provided for us. Okay, so ensure you fill the attendance form. If you fill the attendance form, you would also have access to the data set here. So here you can see download data. Just click on this and you will be able to download the data. If you click on that link, okay, you will be able to download the data. Okay, and if you are working with me, I think I should put the link in the chat box for you to also use. Okay, I see that anybody that is working with me, I'm going to put the link here so that you can also, have access to it. But it makes sense when you fill the attendance form and you have, you have the link to yourself, right? So here I am also going to download. After I have been able to click on the link to download, okay, it brings me here. Then I come here and click on download, okay, and my download will begin immediately. And my download will begin immediately. Okay, this is asking me to sign in. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so just click on that, all right, and you will be able to download. You will be able to download. Click on download and you'll be able to download. All right, and you'll be able to download. Okay, so here is the data set. I am just going to hit download and my download will begin instantly. My download will begin instantly. As you can see, this is the data, employee attrition data set. Okay, employee attrition data set. Now let me head back to my quadratic. Okay, let me head back to my quadratic. This is quadratic here. This is quadratic. So this is network. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute, please. I hope you're with me. I hope you're all with me. How's network dealing with me there? Just a minute, please. So please ensure you fill the form, okay, and you have access to this recording and every other resources. Okay. So you are going to give me a minute. I think I would have to switch my network. Okay, yeah, it is up now. It is up now. I hope you can all see my screen. Can we all see my screen, guys? Can everybody see my screen? 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 Interesting, interesting. That is nice. That is nice. Okay, so here is quadratic interface, which means I can connect to any type of data I want. I want to connect to Google Analytics, okay, Mixed Panel, okay, MySQL, BigQuery. All of these are repository of data. This is where data are kept. This is where data are kept. That means I can connect to any source to bring in my data. But in this case, we have been able to download our data and we need to connect our data to an Excel file, which is the file we have downloaded, okay, which is the file we have downloaded. So I'm going to click on create a file. Can you see this? Can you see this? Click on create a file, okay? Click on create a file. Then here I'm going to use import CSV file, guys. Import CSV file, CSV Excel or package file. Okay, I'm going to click on it and I can bring in my data. Employee attrition data set. This is the guy. Employee attrition data set. Okay, employee attrition data set. I'm going to open it. Okay, and my data will be loaded in. And my data will be loaded in. Okay, and my data will be loaded in. So just a couple of minutes. Okay, my data will be loaded in. This is really giving me network issues. So just a minute. Probably some sort of network issues. Okay. Okay, so I think this is what's gonna happen. So you will give me a minute to switch my network, please. Just a minute to switch my network. Okay, I hope I have your permission. Do I have your permission? Do I have your permission? Just a minute to switch my network, right? So give me just a minute to switch my network, please. So just a minute, I'm with you. So I am switching shortly. I'm switching my network shortly. Okay. So I'm so sorry. I'm back here. All right. So I'll be sharing my screen back. I'm so sorry about that. I had to switch my network. I was not getting the best experience. Okay. So I hope you can all see my. Can you see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? All right. Cool. Okay. So as I was saying, I'm going to create a file. Click on create file. Okay. Import the CSV Excel file. Then connect your data and use open. Okay. And use open. And use open. All right. And use open. And let's see where quadratic takes us to. Okay. Let's see where quadratic takes us to. All right. So it is loading it exactly. This is what I want. Now, my data has been loaded into quadratic. Guys, my data has been loaded into quadratic. Okay. My data has been loaded into quadratic. This is the data set. Okay. This is the data set. All right. Now let us take a look at the data set. You can see the employee. Okay. The employee. All right. The employee attrition data. Here is the employee, the count of employee 1, 2, 3, and the likes. Okay, this is the age. All right, this is the tenure that the employee used. All right, is using or has used. All right, this is the department the employee is. This is the job level. Okay, level 1, level 2, level 3, and so on. This is the salary of the employee. Okay, this is the performance of the employee. Okay, satisfaction. Okay, then here we also have the training. Okay, the training hour of the employee. Okay, we also have the left what left company. If the employee has left the company, that means it is a 1. Okay, if the employee still remains, that means it is a 0. Does this make sense, guys? Does it make sense? 1 means true, 0 means false. Left company, if it is 0, it means the employee has not gone. Okay. But if it is a 1, it means the employee has left the company. And you can see for those guys with 1, there is a day of living. There's a date of living there. Okay, there is a date of living. So this is the data set that Beyond Limits has provided us with. This is the data set that Beyond Limits has provided us with. And guys, do you believe that we are done with the project? Just few seconds away, I mean, maybe few minutes away, and we are done with the project. Okay, and we are done with the project. Okay, and we are done with the project. So here, all right, I have what we call the cheat chart here. This cheat chart, okay, this cheat chart is where you get to ask any question regarding this data. Guys, this cheat chart is where you get to ask any question regarding this data. And now the question is, why are we here? We want to predict employee attrition. Guys, we want to predict employee attrition. So I am going to say, okay, build a, should I call it dashboard? Maybe dashboard will not be the right word, okay, because quadratic is actually limited in building dashboards. Okay, if you want to build a beautiful seamless dashboard, you can explore tools like Bricks AI, you can explore tools like Julius AI, you can explore tools like Zebra AI. Okay, we have so many of them. Okay, Perplexity AI can actually build a lot of projects for you as well. Okay, so we have so many tools, but quadratic may not be able to build that dashboard to the fullest capacity, but trust me, it can do a whole lot too. Now I would say build a dashboard. Instead of a dashboard, I'm going to say build a predictive attrition dashboard with this data. Okay, build a predictive attrition dashboard with this data. Now I'm going to say build a detailed, that is what we call prompt engineering. Okay, build a detailed predictive attrition dashboard with this data. How many of us are following me to this point? How many of us are following me to this point? Are you enjoying me? Are we together? Olakunle Broderick, amazing. Okay, I want to get more reactions, guys. Oladipupo, Rashidat is also here. Amazing. That is great. Okay, that is great. That is really great. Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm just going to send this into quadratic. Okay, I'm going to send this into quadratic. Now, quadratic will think, and in fact, it will give you all the thinking processes, telling you, oh, I'm thinking about this. This is what I plan. This is what I want to do. These are the KPIs I want to get. You get thinking. The user wants a detailed predictive attrition dashboard. Okay, I'll build a comprehensive predictive attrition dashboard. Let me first put the data, to understand it fully. That is it communicating with itself. Okay, then create analysis and visualization. Read the data from attrition, employee data. Now it's saying, I have a good understanding of the data structure now. Telling you, let me create a new sheet. You can see it has created a new sheet. Okay, for the dashboard and build comprehensive analytics with a predictive model. Okay, the sheet already exists but was empty. Now let me start building the dashboard first. I will create KPI summary section and key metrics. It has created that. It is still thinking about it. Now, let me create the attrition by department chart, making us to know how many attrition, okay, do we have for each of the departments. Okay, you can see it is creating that. It is working on that. Okay, it is working on that. Now, how many of you are already understanding what quadratic is doing? If you get what quadratic is doing for me, I need you to give yourself some flowers. Yes, give yourself some flowers. And this is what I mean by giving yourself some flowers. Exactly. Broderick, you got it. Broderick, get it. Okay, you got it. Interesting, Olakunle. Now you can see it is still thinking about it. Of course, it will take some minutes to think about it, and it will give us our desired output. It will give us our desired output. To give us our desired output. Okay, though it is interpreting all of this in Python, but trust me, no coding is involved here. You don't have to code anything. I mean anything. Okay, because you do not need it. You just need to learn how to use AI tools, and you will be able to do a whole lot. You're still thinking about it because the data is actually very large. When I say very large, I mean extremely large. Okay, here is the data set. You can see the data set. Okay, this is over 500. This is over 600 now. Okay, let's see how many records we have in this data. Okay, we have about, wow, you can see how many we have. This is really amazing. We have over 1,000 data, over 1,000, and it means that it will take a whole lot of time to think about it. Now you can see it is building a dashboard. It is building the dashboard. It is coming up. Maybe it is building the chart, not the dashboard, but trust me, it is coming up. Oh, amazing. Guys, this is amazing. How many of us see this? 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 Does this make sense to anybody? Does this make sense to anybody at all? Does this make sense to anybody at all? It may not make sense, but I'm going to interpret what this means. Okay? I'm going to interpret what this means. I'm going to interpret what this means. Now, this means that the KPI metrics. What are KPI? KPIs are what we call the key performance indicators. Okay? the key performance indicators. All right, they help you to see the most. They help you to track the most important things in the organization. And what are the important things that the organization always want to track? One is the employees that has left the company, those that are still active, attrition rates, average age of the employees, average tenure the employees uses in years, okay, average salary of the employees, okay, average satisfaction score and average performance. This is the metrics. And now with this, I can easily get what I need to know. This is total employees 1,000. How many has left the company? Okay, 336. Still active is 664. Attrition rates, which is 33.6% of people that come in, has gone. Guys, I think I need a clap here. I think I need a clap. Am I doing justice to this? Does this make sense at all? Okay, so the average age of the employee is 40. Okay, the average tenure in years, the average salary, okay, and also the average satisfaction of the employee, which means this is below 3. And it means that the employee are not really satisfied with the company based on their rates. Now, could this be a reason? Because that is how we think as HR analysts. That is how we think as HR experts. That is how we think as data analysts. Okay, that is how we think as those who are keen and love working with data. No, so we would ask the question, could it be as a result of this satisfaction that the employee rate, I mean the attrition rate, is becoming alarming? Why are people not satisfied? Could it now be because of this salary? These are questions that we ask ourselves in this data world. And trust me, those questions are what we call asking right questions. Asking right questions. Am I making sense at all, guys? Am I making sense at all? Am I making sense at all? Are you feeling me? Am I making sense at all? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Interested products. Yeah, are we together? Are we together? Rashidat, I've not heard from you. A lot of people, I want to know. Okay, interesting, Rashidat. Yes. Okay, so now that is exactly what this means. Now let's take a look at the charts. Let's take a look at the charts. This is a chart here showing the attrition by department, letting me know that, oh, the finance department experienced a lot of attrition. This is the number of people that have come. This is the number of people active. Okay, now this means that 96 people, okay, left the organization, which is about 85%. Okay, 85%. Now this is 87 people left from the sales department. All right, this is 79 people left from the IT department. Also 74 people left from the HR department. Now I can see a summary of my data. Am I making sense at all? Okay, now some of you may not even relate with these very well, but I want to ask this guy a question. This is predictive model, okay, which is how it's actually worked on the model for prediction. All right, all of this is normal. Okay, we have different types of models. Okay, you don't need to focus on this at all. You don't need to focus on this at all. Now, what you need to do is just give it the question and it answers you. So I would say, what is the number of people that may most likely leave the organization in the next 30 days. In the next 30 days. Yes, I want to know the likelihood of how many people, okay, possibly leaves the organization in the. Please, can anybody hear me from here? Can you hear me from this device? Can anybody hear me here? All right, that is a bit of network glitch. I'll be right back, please. I'll be right back. Hi, Broderick. Hello, can anybody hear me now? All right, cool. So you asked a question, right? And I can see somebody is also asking the question. Gabriel is asking, is co-asking. Okay, yeah. Is that Gabriel? Yeah. So now, did you get the answer I was giving you, or you want me to come again? Did you get the answer I was giving, or you want me to come again? Okay. So I think I am just gonna come again. Okay, just a minute. I'm trying to share my screen. I'm trying to come again. Just a minute. So I'm sharing my screen. I'm with you guys. I'm with you. All right. Can anyone see my screen? It's coming up, please. Hello, can anybody hear me? So my screen is up. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? All right, great. 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 Okay. So let me refresh. So as I was saying, right, Broderick, now it is very possible, okay, that you update the data in quadratic and the the charts adjust, the dashboard, the whatever you are building actually adjusts based on what you have updated. Okay, based on what you have updated. Okay, based on what you have updated. Okay, based on what you have updated. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Are we together? Are we together? Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right, cool. So what I am going to do now is, what you need to do is very simple. Just come down to the sheet here, okay, and scroll down. Then, the last record, okay, you can make any changes on this sheet. And the moment you make any changes here, okay, it will have effect. Okay, it will have effect on the, it will definitely have effect on the dashboard or the charts. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So you have effects on the chart. Any changes you make here, for an example, you want to add another employee. Okay, let me just add. Okay, this is 101. I can say 1001. Okay, then age 45. Okay, then, the tenure is, you can say the tenure is, 5. Okay, and let me say HR is the department and the likes. All right, then the changes will be made in here. All right, the changes will be made in here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Now, I was asking a question to this guy here. I wanted to ask a question. I don't know if my question was sent. Okay, so I was asking that, what is, or how many employees, okay, may likely leave in the next 30 days. In the next 30 days. Okay, how many employees may likely leave in the next 30 days? Okay, in the next 30 days. How many employees may likely leave in the next 30 days? Okay, then I am going to send this in. Let us see the predictive part. Now, this means it is going to look into the future, okay, and it is going to tell us. Now you can see, let me first look at the existing predictive model, okay, and understand the data that has already been built. Now it is thinking to itself that, oh, okay, how many active employees do we have over the time? Okay, and what is their satisfaction level? And based on their satisfaction level, I can now use to predict how many. Okay, how many? So let's just give it some minutes, and trust me, it will give us our right answer. Okay, it will give us our right answer. It will give us our right answer. It is thinking about it, and trust me, it is drawing out an interesting, chart for us. Okay, yeah, cool. Now you can see this is attrition forecast for the next 30 days. Okay, attrition forecast for the next 30 days. So this is forecasting that, okay, in the next 30 days, we'll be having this number of employees leave. Okay, as you can see, high-risk department breakdown. The IT, that means in the departments of IT, we should have, okay, some people leave. All right, sales, we should have close to this number, around this number, the range of this number. From the finance, this, and from the HR, this. Okay, that is the attrition forecast here. Okay, that is the attrition forecast here. Now it also says the forecast is now complete. Here is the summary. Based on the logistic regression model, that is the type of model it has used to build. Okay, that is the type of model. All of this does not matter. It can use any model. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, it says that high risk is 50% probability. Okay, a specific count of employees are flagged as very likely to leave. Okay, expected departure in the next 30 days. A time scaled estimates of actual departures, okay, within the next month. All right, and this is exactly what it is giving us. From these various departments, this is the likelihood. Okay, this is the number of employees that may likely leave the organization in the next 30 days. Okay, in the next 30 days. Does this make sense, guys? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Okay, so I can also ask, what are the major factors affecting, or let me put causing attrition. What are the major factors causing attrition? Okay, ask it any question related to the data, and it will give you your desired answer. It will give you your desired answer. Okay, as you can see, performance rating is one of the top 5 driving factor for attrition. Okay, also satisfaction score is also another thing, even age, and also tenure, and lastly salary. Okay, so these are the factors that are affecting, these are the factors which are affecting attrition. Does this make sense, guys? Does this make sense to you? Does this make sense to you? And trust me, you can also export these sheets. Okay, if you are asked to work on any project, okay, you have been able to work on the project, you can export these sheets. Okay, you can export these sheets as a CSV file, as an Excel file, or as a quadratic file, and you will be able to share with stakeholders. You will be able to share with stakeholders. Are we together, guys? Are we together? Are we together? Does this make sense? Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? So you can also share a link or mail, or maybe I should share a link to everybody here. Do you want me to share a link to everybody so that you can also get access to it? Anybody can view. Okay, I'm going to share the link with everybody, and you will be able to see what I have here. All right, so that means that as I am a an HR personnel expert, okay, I can work on quadratic AI, okay, to analyze my data, and I share the link with stakeholders to consume the reports, okay, before coming to even present. Okay, that is how easy it is to work on AI. So how many of us believe, okay, that's under 10 minutes that we have been able to work on this project? Yes, as I can see, okay, before we started, I think we started, we entered the program, this particular project at exactly 8:40 something, I think close to 8:50 thereabouts, okay, and under 20 minutes. And of course, if I remove network glitches from it, if I remove, all the can you hear me from it, okay, we should be able to build something like this under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes. All right. So that is exactly how it works. Okay. So how many of us want to do big things like this? How many of us wants to do big things like this? You want to leverage data, okay, on your field. And the interesting thing is there is nowhere you cannot use AI. I want us to have that conversation. There is nowhere we cannot use AI. Okay, there is nowhere you cannot use AI. AI is amazing to use. I can build a dashboard under 10 minutes. I have done it before. Okay, I can build a PowerPoint slide to present my dashboard under 10 minutes. I can do a whole lot, okay, under 20 minutes. So this is something that has been done in the past, and trust me, I want to help you to unlock that skill you have inside of you. Okay, so is there any system we can employ, okay, to automatically update our data in an organization? Okay, so hi Brodricks, do you know about Power BI and the data gateway? Okay, which means if there is a data, okay, and if there is a recent data added to your data set, okay, at a scheduled time, when you say, oh, there's always a scheduled time, when you grant that data gateway access into your system to search for updates regarding the data, and it will update it instantly. You understand? It will update it instantly. Okay, so it is actually very much possible. very much possible. And something like that has also been done. I think I've done a project like that with Bricks AI, okay, whereby you know your dashboard updates automatically. So it is very much possible. So, guys, we are done. So, how many of us have been able to interact with this page? How many of us have been able to see this page? Okay, I shared you the link. You saw it and it makes sense to you. I need you to give me your reaction. I need you to give me your reaction. Interesting, Rashida. So, Rashida, I want to ask you a question. Do you think you can do this? Olakule, is this something you would love to do? All right. Although we offer various courses here at the analytics business, all right. Of course, I'm going to say, and I can say it anywhere, that we are the number one leading ed tech platform. Okay, when it comes to training people transitioning into tech, okay, that is the analytics business. I can tell you, sincerely, I can tell you. Okay, so okay, so you can also integrate Zebra AI to Power BI service. That should be possible. I know there are some AI tools that you can integrate into Power BI, right? Yeah, that should be possible. Though not sure, but it of course should be very much possible. Okay. Yeah. So guys, I was asking a question. Okay, Rashidat, do you think this is what you want to do? Of course, as I was saying, we have series of courses we offer as the analytics business. Let me go back to my slide. Okay, let me go back to my slide. It's always seem impossible until you actually get it done. And here we have some testimonials of people that has done this. Okay, and of course, they have been able to transition into tech smoothly. When I say smoothly, I mean smoothly. As you can see, okay, Oluwasegun, okay, Agbolade used to be an auditor and now is an AI automation expert. Okay, working with Amdari at the moment. No code, and he was able to build an automation. I mean, under our program here at the analytics business. Okay, what is an automation? Okay, an automation is, okay, let me put it this way: think of a task you always do on a daily basis. Time consuming, it takes a lot of your time. Okay, and also you may even get stressed while doing it. All right, do you know that you can build an agent that can help you to do that task on a daily basis? Okay, on a daily basis. All right, it could be data reconciliation, it could be sending reports to management, it could be analyzing data, it could be anything, it could be you know budget tracker. You can build an automation that will help you to do all of these things. And that is exactly what Agbolade is an expert in doing at the moment. Same thing with Ikmat. Okay, Ikmat used to be a stay-at-home mom. Okay, and now she has been able to transition into tech. Okay, she's now an expert in the field. All right, there are so many testimonies here. There are so many testimonies here. Okay, the core skills in 2025, which is analytical thinking. Okay, analytical thinking. Okay, and that is where AI and data actually comes in. That is where AI and data comes in. I have an exciting news for you guys. I have an exciting news for you guys. I have an exciting news for you. But I want to know how many of you are interested. How many of us are actually interested in this exciting news I want to share with you? How many of us are interested? How many of us are interested in this exciting news I want to share with you? Do you know if you're a Nigerian, okay, it is easier, okay, it is easier, okay, for you to get a job when you position yourself in a proper manner. That is exactly it. That is exactly it. As a Nigerian or as an African, not in Nigeria now, if you know what you are doing, okay, you position yourself properly, it is actually very easy for you to get job. I mean, remote gigs. Okay, recruiters in abroad are looking for African talents to actually hire because the amount they want to pay African talents are lower than the amount that they would pay their fellows there. Okay, and now they are looking for every possible means to actually cut costs. And trust me, if you have a project you are collecting, $700, $1,000, just a project, okay, $1,500 for just a project, I think it is something you will be glad with. Okay. And over there, $1,000 is nothing. But for us here, $1,000 is actually big. Okay. And in fact, you might even feel like, oh, you don't even have to negotiate this further. I will just go with the $1,000. I'll work on the project. I will get it done in less than 24 hours and I will give it to you. That is exactly how it is, provided that you position yourself in the right way, in the right manner, in the right way, and in the right manner. Okay, so they are targeting African talents these days. That is just the truth, guys. That Broderick is agreeing to that, right? Broderick is agreeing to that. Broderick is agreeing to that. So Broderick, I'm going to speak to you. Okay, I would want us to give me, I want you rather to give us, a sort of word. Okay, I don't know Broderick will be in this gathering today. Broderick is actually one of my past students. Okay, yeah, it took generative AI in data analytics. Am I right, Broderick? Am I right? And trust me, Broderick is an expert when it comes to using AI for data analytics now. He's an expert. You can see the questions he's actually asking. They are questions that are actually, mind blowing and questions that experts will actually ask. Okay. So, Broderick, you want to also address us. How do you see the training? Okay. And I never expected that we will be here today. What made you to join? So, I'm going to take Broderick's. I'm going to take Broderick's. Broderick's, can you unmute and speak to us? Can you unmute and speak? Hi, Broderick. Is it possible? Hi, Lutoli. Is it possible you help me work on the microphone if Broderick can unmute and speak? And if it is not possible, let me see. Okay. So now, depending on when Broderick's will be allowed or anybody will be allowed to ask questions, okay, let me run you through what's career option. Just like I said, there are three things at the end of this training. One of them is building a project. You have been able to build a project together. Okay. Two is I need you to choose one career path. Okay. That are trending today, not just trending, they have high salary projection, they are easy to transition into, they do not require code, irrespective of what you do. Okay. It cuts them. All right, it cuts them. And these are the programs that we offer. Okay, these are the programs that we offer. We offer what we call generative AI for HR analytics. That means that is just what we worked on just now. Okay, but this is an attrition data. All right, this is an attrition data. Okay, for HR analytics, you can, if you're an HR person, HR expert, all right, your go-to program is generative AI for HR analytics, which means leveraging AI, okay, on HR analytics, just like we did now. Okay, but HR is in fact far more than just attrition. Okay, far more than just attrition. All right, we also have generative AI for data analytics, which is also an interesting program. Okay, I am one of the great facilitator, okay, the great facilitators for the generative AI for data analytics program. All right, that is what I do, and that is what I love doing. We also have generative AI for business and project management. Okay, we want to use AI, to help businesses thrive, to help businesses optimize their processes. Okay, that is what we do here. That is what we do here. Though we also have, AI automation. All right, AI automation, that is for, for the content people, right? I mean, that is for the vibe people. Okay, but for corporates, we have AI for corporates. These are the major three courses we offer in AI for corporates: HR analytics, data analytics, and business analysis and business analysis. And we do not just only teach, we also provide you with some employability skills, guys. Employability skills, okay? LinkedIn optimization, we are big on it. CV review and revamping, we help you with that. Upwork optimization, we do that for you. Okay, weekly mentorship session on a weekly basis. Okay, we bring you to a session whereby we train you on how to ace interview. Okay, how to present yourself to potential recruiters. All right, how to job match your CV. Okay, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. All right, how to discuss salary with stakeholders. I mean, with with employers. Okay, yeah, that is what we do. We also give you on the job support. All right, you're on the job, we give you on the job support. In fact, you are looking for a job, we also give you, we make reference, we refer you to some jobs. Yes, we refer our students to some jobs. We refer our students to some jobs. As long as we are standing out, trust me, you will get that recommendation for that job. Okay, we have so many of them coming in. All right. And also, we offer reference later. Yes, there is one of my students, she wanted to jackpot. You know what I mean by jackpot? She needed a reference later. Okay, just at a chat, she was able to get the reference letter. Okay, at the moment, she is processing, all the requirements. All right. So that is exactly what we do here at Analytics Business. Okay, and now you apply for a job, or for an example, we give you a job, refer you for a job. Okay, and you want us to prepare you for the interview. We also do that here. Interview preparation. Interview preparation. So all of these things are big things that we do here at the Analytics Business. Okay, and the program is just for 2 months. The program is just for 2 months. You have classes on Saturdays and on Sundays. Okay, 3 hours on Saturdays, 3 hours on Sundays, and you have one session on Tuesday and on Thursday. Okay, Tuesday session is for questions and answers, just 1 hour, just 1 hour. Okay, and for Thursday we have the mentorship, just like I said, where we discuss about how to help you how to help you with your employability skills. Okay, how you position yourself. Okay, how you do a whole lot. Okay, that is what we do here as the Analytics Business. All right, and trust me, the Analytics Business is actually a recognized organization under the ACTD, okay, American Council of Training and Development. The certificates you'll be getting would have this recognition. We definitely have this recognition. Okay, we are accredited. We are accredited. So all of these are job boards where we seek for jobs for you. Okay, Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, remote.co, we work remotely. Okay, flex jobs and so on. We help you source for jobs. Okay, you also source for jobs. We help you position yourself to get the job. It is not just about training. It is not just about learning quadratic. It is not just about learning Zebra AI. It is not just about learning, Julius AI. It is also about learning how to position yourself for the right job. How to position yourself to get the most out of yourself. Okay? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Does this make sense, guys? All of these are testimonials. Okay, all of these are testimonials. Okay. Now the question is, will you let this one slip this time? Yeah. I know you must have attended some training sessions, okay, that you did not get the result, but trust me, this is where you actually get the maximum result, okay, because your instructors are fantastic. All right, they are ready to answer questions. They are ready to help you at any time. Your tutor coach is also amazing. He or she is also happy to help, is ready to help you at any point in time. Okay, at any point in time. That is exactly how it works here at the Analytics Business. Okay, please ensure to fill the attendance form so that you can get the recording to this session. Okay, hi Broderick, can you speak now? Can you speak now? So there is an exciting news I have for you. There is an exciting news for you. Okay, now due to International Women's Day, okay, that's held on the 8th of March. How many of us remember that 8th of March where we celebrated all of our women, all of the women, okay? we decided to slash our prices. Yes, we decided to slash our prices because of that period. Okay, the women are very important. Okay, and the men also has this to benefit from, not just the women. Okay, not just the women. Okay, not just the women. So guys, let us also benefit from it. If you are interested in any of these three programs, okay, sign up, and we will definitely see in class, and we help you do big things. So what many of us are waiting for. Okay, 8 weeks of training, weekly mentorship, capstone hackathon, CV review and revamping, LinkedIn optimization, Upwork profile setup, interview preparation, job reference letter, on the job support, ACTG accreditation, alumni community, Tuesday support for questions and answers. The total real value is 980,000, but you don't have to pay this. Yes, you do not have to pay this. In fact, you do not have to pay the half of this. In fact, you do not have to pay the quarter of this. Okay, the normal value of, the weight of this is 980,000. I mean, all of these things that you're seeing on your screen. But then, okay, we are not going to pay that. You do not have to pay this. You do not have to pay this. Our normal price, okay, Broderick, if I may ask you, how much did you pay? I'm very sure Broderick's paid 250,000 naira to get himself into the program. Okay, or maybe you came into a slash then. Okay, maybe you also came in through a discount then, but I'm sure the discount was not up to 100,000 naira. Yeah, was not lesser than 100,000 naira. Okay, so this is the lowest price we can ever offer. That is just the truth. Lowest price you can ever offer, we can ever offer. Okay, and you get to pay instrumentally if you do not want to pay just once. Interesting, Broderick's. If you do not want to pay just once, okay, you can pay installmentally. 50,000 naira now and 50,000 naira in the next 30 days. So this means that 50,000 naira will get into the class, you begin to enjoy your program, okay, and in the next 50 days, you balance your payment, okay, you balance your payment, okay. So if you want, I have just 5 people here, okay, just 5 people, slots for 5 people, that's just it, right? If you want to secure your slots, right, you can just be quick to make payments to that account details you can see, okay. So that's account details to Lockwood drops. All right, just click on the link and make your payments, and that is exactly how it works. So Broderick, I'm going through the chat box now. The 96 business AI courses are price comprehensive and knowledge laden. Interesting. It empowers one within a short while to become an adept and or expert with cognate experience. Okay, in fact, I gave the 96 AI courses a big thumbs up. Thank you. I cannot speak, it is stuck. Okay, so look, is it possible you help me work on that? All right, or let me see if I can work on that from my head. Just a minute. Broderick, I would love you to actually speak. Okay, let me stop sharing. Broderick, I would love you to actually speak. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. All right, so can you speak now? Hi, Broderick, I cannot hear you. I see you're unmuted. Hello. Okay, I cannot hear you, Broderick. Cannot hear you. Can anybody hear Broderick, please? Can anybody hear Broderick? Can anyone? Okay, no one can hear Broderick. Okay, Broderick, you can just exit and join in back. All right. So I'm going to ask, okay. I Oladipo for, okay. Debbie Ajayi, what's up? Okay, Broderick.
Hello, can you hear
Hi,
me?
Broderick. What's up? Are you there? Yeah, I can hear you, Broderick. How
Hello,
do you do today?
I'm very fine.
Yeah,
And
I can
you?
hear you, Broderick. I'm very
Yeah,
well too. It's nice to
this
see you. It's nice to hear
business
from you
course I
again.
took was AI for data analytics. And for the period of 2 months,
Okay, cool.
the program was quite interesting and very comprehensive. In fact, I didn't even realize that data analytics could be made so simple with AI, such AIs like Quadratic, Bricks, Zebra, N8N. There are so many AI tools you can use. In fact, I'm doing a project now for someone in Lagos.
Wow.
It's into airline
Wow.
bookings. So I created through ChatGPT, I created a mock data, which I want to use to convince him. I've already sent it to him. So he's now going to give me his own pure data so that I can work on the project for him. I appreciate you, Pius. You are quite wonderful. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Broderick. Amazing, amazing. I hope I also get out of the project allowance that you'll be paid. You know, I'm your instructor.
Yeah, I will. I
that's
will.
that's on a
I will
very
reach out
light
to
note,
you.
anyways. That's on a very light note. Okay. So if you have any issues, don't forget to reach out. You know what we also, what we do
All
together,
right.
right?
It's a pleasure.
Um,
Thank you very much.
yeah, very good. Yeah, you're welcome, projects. So that is it from projects. Okay, our program is, our programs are very, very interesting. You will guess will learn a whole lot. Okay, and trust me, you will not regret signing up. Trust me, this may be one big bold step you may take. Okay, that will change your entire world. That is just it. That will change your entire world. Okay, I would love to mention some names. I'm not going to mention names. Okay, I've seen some of my students through taking the courses, they have been able to, to get their visa, Japan, everything. Okay, they have been able to work on big projects. Okay, some of them have been able to get, confirmed jobs, remote gigs. All right, that are earning in dollars. That is just it. I mean, earning in foreign currencies, basically, not just dollars. All right, so many of them, so many of them. So, do you want to benefit from this as well? Shadrach, what's up? You can actually unmute and speak to me if you have any question, any of the program you would like to take. Is it generative AI for HR analytics? You want to analyze any kind of data, that is data analytics. Okay. Yeah, you're a business person, you want to help businesses, or you have a business, you want to optimize processes, you want to do a whole lot. All right. Yeah, that is AI for, that is generative AI for business analysis and project management. Yeah, we also have AI for content creation. All right. We have vibe coding, where you actually build softwares yourself without having to write any code. Yes, you do not have to write any code. Okay, it is AI. You are going to build a software. In fact, you can even monetize this software. Okay, you can even monetize this software. You can monetize this software. You can build solutions for companies, monetize them, and get paid, and you move on to the next project you have to do. Okay, we also have the AI automation, whereby you automate tasks. Okay, you automate tasks. Anything you want to do that is taking you time, you actually automate it and it is done like that. You remember Broderick's mentioning N8, and that is an amazing tool. Okay, you can also use some other tools like Zapier. You can use make.com. Okay, you can use so many other tools. All right, and you get the same projects done. So, are you interested? Okay, Shadrach, what's up? Gabriel, Ajayi, Abiodun, Rashidat. Hi, Rashidat. I want to hear from you. You have been giving me that, that interesting energy from start to finish. What's up? How do you do, Rashidat? Hello, Rashidat. Are you there?
Yes, hello, good evening.
Good evening. How do you do? Hope you are doing great today.
Very well, thank you.
Amazing. Good to hear that you are doing very well. Okay, so which of this program do you think you would love to enroll for? Or did you find this interesting at all? Let me ask from that.
Yes, yes, very interesting.
That is great. Do you have further comments? You sound like you want to say more.
Yes, I really do want to say more. However, I am not yet ready to apply for to enroll for the courses. Let's see in the nearest future, like very, very soon. I
All
would
right, that makes
enroll, but
absolute sense. But if I
I must I must say the classes are very interesting, especially for someone who is already in the line. You find it very interesting and useful.
All right, that's really cool. That's really cool. But it's not for someone who is already in the line. Okay, you're in the line, you are not in the line. Okay. If you are not an HR person, then I would advise you use, you go for data analytics. Okay. Data analytics still deals with HR data, but HR is more specific to HR data. Okay, as a data analyst, you can work with any kind of data. Okay, but if I may ask Rashidat, why did you say you are not ready for now? Could it be, system? What exactly is the roadblock?
Let me say the timing and the financial, the both. Timing in
You
the
say
sense of
what are okay, timing.
the timing. What I mean by the timing is it's a 2 month course, and if I would take the course and I will dedicate my time as supposed, then I have to look at. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I have to look at the timing, a proper timing where I'll be able to dedicate my time to the learning, the lessons, but as well the financial. I'm not prepared
All
for.
right, that's really interesting. Thank you so much for even taking the courage to meet and speak to me. That is really amazing. Okay, but I would still say, um, yeah, I would still say now is actually the right time. Okay, we can say now is the right time from testimonials, from Broderick's and from some other persons in the material. Okay, see from single mother, stay at home mom, to working remotely, from this to this, from that to that, and all of those things. But sincerely, now is actually the best time. I understand how overwhelming it is. I'm also a father, not maybe not yet a father, all right, but I am also an husband, and I know how tedious work, and family related can be. Okay, plus trying to take a program, all right, you want to put your whole mind in it. But trust me, all sessions are also recorded, all right, all sessions are recorded. Okay, you miss any part, all right, or probably you will be missing a class. Okay, it- of course, it's always very encouraging when you tell your instructor or your data coach, who is also always going to be checking on you, okay, asking, or informing them that you'll be missing the class due to family engagement, due to this, and you'll be encouraged sincerely. If you have any question, you still fall back on your instructor that you told that you'll be absent, and your instructor will always be glad to help. Okay, you're always glad to help. Okay, so that is exactly how it works. Broderick, I cite your comments. Yes, I am right, right? Data analysis is broader and all encompassing. That is just it. Yeah, that is just it. So, Blessing, what's up? Is Blessing here? Blessing, do you want to speak to me? Yeah, Blessing, Abiodun, do you have any question for me? Hi, Blessing, are you there? Hello, Blessing, are you there? Abiodun, what's up? Hi, Abiodun. How are you there? Can you speak?
Yeah, good evening. I'm
Good
very well.
evening.
Good
How do you
evening.
do, my guy? Good evening.
Very well. Give glory to God. Thanks for
All right,
the
that's
insights to the program. I really
okay.
appreciate that. Well, for me,
Yeah.
I would definitely come on
Okay.
board. But I stumbled into this program, while trying to surf the internet, as in like on Facebook, social media. So I just concluded a data analytics training, a 6 month data analytics training. And basically though we didn't 100% leverage on AI, so I see this as a selling point for analytics. That leveraging on AI to get the job done seamlessly, I think is a very smart move. I'm still open to training, to more training, because it's never too. I feel that it is never enough, to learn. So, like when I was filling this form, I think I picked towards, is it May? I think to commence in May, because right now I'm preparing for my MSc examination, and it's going to last between end of this new month, to first week of May. So I don't want anything that would distract me from that. So that's the reason why. But I'm on the WhatsApp group, so I'll still keep following up, and I believe when that time comes, I'll try by the grace of God to come on board, so I can learn the AI in data analytics. That's the aspect I want to go
Okay.
through. So thank you very much. I really
Very, very
appreciate you guys.
important.
You're doing a great job. Yeah.
Congratulations. You are my fellow data analyst, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the AI aspect of things is also very important. Okay. Yeah, I spent over 5 years analyzing tools manually, and trust me, it's nothing. I mean, I do not start analyzing tools. It's just Power BI anymore. I want to be able to connect my Power BI with Copilot, and I'll be able to do a lot more. Okay. I want to be able to use, I am able to use, of course, AI tools, okay, to carry out my data skills fluently and still get the same accurate results. Okay, in fact, now even better. Okay, I don't need to struggle with DAX. You know what I mean? I'm building right with DAX, data analysis expression. I don't need to struggle with calculative columns. I don't need to struggle with the hem language in the Power Query. I don't need to struggle with Tableau. All of those things are bygone. All right, now I am using the AI to analyze my data, and that is exactly how it works. Okay, but the interesting thing is, I need you and Rashida's notes, right? Rashida, just like I said, this is slashes you can ever have. Okay, I understand that it might actually catch you unaware, which is very important. Okay, you may not have it as part of the plan, but I think it is very important you also put it as part of the plan, because this discount is going to end. What's today's date? Today, oh, it's ought to have ended. It's also have ended because live classes will actually start this, this coming Saturday. Okay, I mean this coming Saturday, Sunday. Okay, and of course the sales cycle is still on. That sales is actually for March only. But now you are having an extended grace. This is 1st of April. All right. You still have extended grace 2nd of April. Okay. Until the sales cycle is end. And once the class begins, I'm sorry, that is exactly the end of it. Okay, that is exactly the end of it. All right. And you would have to get to pay that 250,000 naira, which is the normal price for the program. Okay, so Abiodun, I'm personally interested in you. Okay, Rashidat, I'm also personally interested in you. Shadrach, all right, David, Blessing, Gabriel. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask me. I'm also personally interested in every one of you that are here in this program tonight. All right. So Shadrach, you put something in the chat box. Do you have a question for me? Do you have? Yeah, I called you asking if you are interested in any of the programs. Hi, Shadrach. Hello, Shadrach. If you are speaking, I cannot hear you.
Okay, confirm you can hear me now, sir.
Clearly now. Clearly.
Okay, good evening, everybody. So, I am already registered in the class, and confirm you can hear me. Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you. You have already registered for the class. That is a smart move.
Yes. So I made the 50% commitment, and taking AI automation, and so far it has been wonderful. I was just following up with this class, and I didn't know it was for AI corporates. I don't know if I'm right, sir.
Yeah, AI for corporates. Exactly.
Okay. So I think I'm in the batch for April cohorts. So I think it will be starting April 11th.
Exactly.
But so far the peripheral classes I've joined have been amazing so far, and it's been a wonderful one. Unfortunately, I'm into programming, so this is like an added advantage for
For
me
you.
to at least
Hmm.
skill more, at least follow the moving trend, which is artificial intelligence,
Intelligent.
which will help me expedite my job and also be very proficient in both individually and occupationally.
Mhm. Amazing. You can see me giving you your flowers and clapping for you because that is a smart move. That is the smartest move you can actually take in 2026.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
congratulations to you, Shedrack. All right. So I don't think anything to flog right there because you have just done the best you can do. Okay, that is just it. All right. I am Gabriel. You said you're struggling with signing up for the April cohort. What's the roadblock? Hello, Gabriel, can you speak? Hi, Gabriel, can you speak? So have you been able to secure your slots, Gabriel? Okay, have you been able to secure your slots? Have you been able to enroll? Have you been able to do that? I know you cannot speak. I can see your comments in the chat box. So I just want to confirm. Stock at the Paystack white screen. So I'm going to display the account number for you. Okay. So you can also use this. All right. You can also use this. Okay. You can also use this. My screen is coming up. Can you see this? My screen is coming up. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Okay. So can you see this now? Can you see this? So you can just take a snip of it. All right. Then I'll also drop my number for you. Okay. And you can also send your receipts to this number here in the screen. But I would love you to also share me the receipt so I can also follow up for you. Okay, so I can also follow up for you. You can also use the pay stack, okay, if it is cool for you. You can also use the pay stack. All right, but if you want to make transfer, you can also make transfer to this account. All right, Gabriel. Okay, so I'm going to drop my number for you. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can also forward the receipts to me. All right, or that number that is there in the chat box that will look possible. I'm just going to share my number with you. Okay, this is my number. That is my number, Gabriel. You can pick that from the chat box. All right. So I think it's right about time for us to draw the curtain here. Okay, you guys are amazing. You guys are superstar. Okay, you guys are actually great, and I think it's a wonderful experience with you all tonight. We have been able to build, an attrition prediction charts dashboard. All right, with quadratic AI. Okay, which is an amazing tool. So, and of course, I know some of you have been able to settle down, okay, for one program that will change your life entirely for better. That is just the truth, all right? Congratulations for those of you that have taken that bold step, and see you in class, guys. Okay, so thank you all once again for joining in. Until next time, guys. Bye for now.